Hi everybody, I'm Chuck. This is Up Chuck Chops, where I buy the cheapest motorcycles I can find with a title and then try to get them running, and you get to watch me struggle along the way. Thanks for joining me. Today I have the door and the window open because it's not 0 degrees outside. I think it's like 60. It's pretty nice. Just maybe if I have the door open, the light will be better, and just maybe I'll have a friend stop by and say what's up. Since the door's open, they'll know I'm in here. I don't know if that's foreshadowing because you're living this with me. It might be. Anyhow, back to motorcycles. CB900, that's what we got going on. I know I have spark on number 2 and number 3. I'm not getting spark out of 1 and 4. Those run off this coil over here on the left side of the bike. I read where you can pull the leads going in and jump them over to the other coil, and that can narrow down if it is a bad coil or a bad rectifier. I think that's what this is called. It's looking kind of corroded, so maybe I need both. I don't know. But we're going to see if we can find out right quick. I'm going to get in here real close. Cylinder 4 runs up, and over to the right hand terminal on what I'm going to call coil number 1. It's on the left. Cylinder 3 plug wire comes up to the right hand terminal or coil number 2. Cylinder 2 right there runs here to the left hand terminal on coil number 2, and that leaves us number 1 that comes up to the left hand terminal on coil number 1. That's mostly for my information. I don't know if that's exactly correct because I don't know if it was monkeyed with before I bought it. That's what I'm starting with. Correction, I do know that is correct because I have a manual and I looked at it and it told me that my plug wires are in fact correct. I found the specs. These are correct. I took my battery out, and this time I remembered to move these so I don't arc on them. I am going to pull the coil that is not firing, and I'm going to switch. I'm going to static test it, is the word, if my ohm meter will do it. And I will see if it specs out, and then if it does not, that'll narrow down. It probably is the coil. I'm sorry, folks. I hope this one isn't a complete turd. I've been sick all week. I don't really feel awesome right now, but I want to make a video, so I'm going to struggle through this. First thing I'm going to do is undo the spark plugs, wires, and then see if I can get that coil loose. Man, that's not very handy. And I don't want to ruin my sweatshirt. So now I have to disrobe, because I'm going to get grease all over this thing. I like this sweatshirt. My hands either need to be just a little bigger or just a little smaller. Oh man, that was tight. There we go. very important per the manual. That ground needs to make sure to be there when I put this back together. Black wire goes there, black and white wire goes there. Or black and yellow, it's hard to tell. Not super dirty. How does this joker mount? Looks like I could pull that bracket and take both of them off, but I don't really need to. I really just want this coil out so I can physically check it. I think that's what I'll do. That bolt out, and hopefully it will slide. It very well may have been easier to take them both out at once. Live and learn. This is the orientation it was in. It has writing, numbers, and now I'm going to ease it out right there. Alright, so black and white. Sorry. That may be yellow. I can't tell. Black and white or black and yellow goes on this side. Blue goes on this side. And there is our ignition coil. Inspection of the outside. I don't see any cracks in the housing. Terminals aren't super nasty. Alright, well, I guess now it's time to see if I can figure out how to use an ohm meter, multimeter, and test this dude. As I understand it, these would be the primaries. This would be the secondary circuit. I'm looking for a specified resistance of, okay, primary side 2.8 ohms. Showing 0. Change my setting. Maybe that's... If I'm reading this right, I don't know if you can see it. I'm showing, I'm bouncing around, but 8.9 ohms. I don't think that speaks well for this coil. Okay, change my setting, and on the secondary leads it's supposed to be between 21 to 28,000. I don't even know if mine will read that. I don't think. .7. So I think it's our coil. Now for what I will affectionately call the hillbilly method. As I'm pulling these terminals off, yellow was to the inside, Black and white stripe was to the outside. This is how it was. The coil was orientated on the other side. The black and white stripe was on this one. The blue is on this one. Going to use a big old zip tie. Hold me still. Hate to waste the zip tie, but I hate dropping the coil worse. This is my number 4. Goes on there. Tuck this back in the dark. Put my battery back in, and then we'll see if it sparks. Alright, like I was saying, we're getting ready to check for sparks. My battery died, so all my files are going to be jumbled now.
Can I try to get inside there?
To get inside where, buddy?
Inside the camera.
You want to be on the camera?
Yeah, you want to see me in there?
Okay, I'm going to turn the motorcycle on, and I'm going to hit the button, and the engine's going to roll over, okay? But it's not going to start. It's just going to be a little noisy for you. But it's not going to hurt your ears, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to check for spark. I am in neutral. I'm certain. Wheel spins. The wheel spun. And now look right here at the end of the spark plug, and we're going to see if we get sparks. You ready to bring the noise?
Yep.
Can you see the end of the spark plug in the camera?
Yeah. It'll be a little loud.
You got to look through here. Can you see that right there on my thumb?
Yep.
So watch it real careful and see if it makes any sparkles. You got to hold it right there. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to hit the button. It did not make sparks. So, the static test with the ohm meter showed no sparks.
No sparks on this.
And hooking the coil up to the other side on the primaries showed no sparks. I need a coil. Hey, thanks for joining me testing my coil on the old CB900. Got a little camera guy, my son, helping me behind the camera today. And anyhow, if you like what I'm doing here, working on old junky motorcycles, give me a like or a comment. Think about subscribing.
Yep.
Thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep wrenching.